where's the space going? I think the rate of change when it comes to AI and Web3 makes your question very difficult to answer.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our show today. I'm so excited to bring you our next guest who has been out there powering it out for several years now. We have Josh Kriger, who is at the edge of NFT, the edge of AI, the edge of who knows where this world is headed.
Yeah, just the edge, right?
There it is. We've been on the fringe, and now we're on the edge, and we're taking people with us to the moon.
Absolutely. I think, the fun part of our company is that the edge keeps evolving, right? And the space has evolved. So I think it was pretty important that we had sort of a brand that could evolve with this technology.
Yeah. So let's talk about going to that next level with community and the importance of onboarding people who can support the movement of technology and currency, specifically Bitcoin right now.
Mm-hmm.
So what are your steps that you've taken just to build trust in our community?
Yeah, so we started this company with a podcast, Edge of NFT, back in March of 2021, about the same time the Bored Ape Yacht Club launched. And it was sort of meant to be exploratory conversations, getting to know entrepreneurs and the projects and why they're building and the humans behind those projects. And I think, doing all that content consistently, 2-3 shows a week for the last 3 years was certainly part of that formula. And it gave us the groundwork to sort of get into IRL events, and not be an outsider per se, having had sort of all this content and brand building from doing podcasts like this. So, I think one part of the mix is having conversations that are authentic with folks and sort of building relationships, right? And I think those relationships and that investment relationship digitally can translate into anything. It's that capital is priceless and sort of part of that path of folks get to know each other, right? Dale Carnegie, how to make friends and influence people. It's that formula is eternal and it's sort of applicable to every business.
The whole reason why we're here right now at BitAngles in Nashville during Bitcoin 2024, I would say was all about friendships. It was always about human interaction. I mean, we have Joyce, right? Joyce Chow. And then we have Michael Terpin, who was in Dubai recently. Well, you were in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. We saw each other in Dubai as well.
Okay.
And Michael came over to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. I see that we have this small clique kind of community, but at the end of the tunnel right now, we have Donald Trump talking about the future, our government in America shifting. There's so many spinning plates, but I want to bring it back home to the humans, right? So why do you do this work? What vision came to you when you first started in technology and cryptocurrency?
Yeah, so when I look at sort of my career from consulting to food tech to blockchain and media, it's just all been about building bridges and connections and supporting innovation. That's sort of my passion in life, is sort of literally moving humanity along. And so the Edge of company is in a lot of ways a manifestation of what I've learned in the process of community building from being, a leader in high school and college organizations to sort of what can happen by catalyzing good people getting to know each other and edutaining them on the potential of technology in this space. And I think that sort of has always been my driver, is to sort of catalyze human potential.
Mm-hmm. And so I started smiling because I imagined you in high school, this young Josh who was looking out into his future, and he definitely didn't see this piece to the puzzle.
I was a little shyer. Yeah. I think I was, more academic oriented at the moment. I played a few sort of sports, not really a top athlete or whatnot. It wasn't really until college that I realized my superpower around connecting folks and whatnot. So a little bit later on, but I got there eventually.
This technology allows us to connect at such a fast rate of speed. I mean, we have networks in Dubai. We just talked about that. Singapore, Africa. And so, I mean, right now, if you were to just kind of look out in the next 3 to 5 years, where do you think your company, your projects, this tech is headed?
Yeah, so there's a lot there.
A lot, yeah.
In terms of Edge of company, we want to just keep expanding the depth of coverage. We just launched an AI podcast about 6 months ago, Edge of AI, which is really fun, and we cover all things AI, not just related to the blockchain. I think that there's room for plenty more content in our future. There's a lot of different sub communities that are doing amazing things, and I want to sort of continue to support deeper conversations in those communities, and then continue to sort of expand our event footprint, whether it's events we do or events where we partner with other folks. We were very intentional in changing the name of our event in LA to NFT, from NFT LA to Outer Edge, because we wanted to create something with more potential to have broader conversations. So it was a moment for us to be in Saudi Arabia and host the largest Web3 AI event in the history of Saudi Arabia just a few months ago. And I think more in that area, just making a bigger impact. In terms of your other part of your question, where's the space going? I think the rate of change when it comes to AI and Web3 makes your question very difficult to answer. But that's okay. I would just say that we're moving towards a world where prompting, of course, is going to be an important superpower, where it's going to be more about the ideation side and sort of overseeing the execution and letting AI do a lot of the heavy lifting. I think that's inevitable. I mean, that's happening right now. There are businesses that are being run by AI and spinning off multiple businesses. So I think that's definitely going to happen. I think that the Web3 space will become more mainstream inevitably. The ETFs have demonstrated there's broader demand to have exposure to Bitcoin. With liquidity comes investment potential. I think we're seeing a more progressive viewpoint in the United States and countries like Japan that just passed some crypto regulation that would indicate that within guardrails that there's room for blockchain technology within enterprises and within consumer use cases. Just met with a gentleman, Emmanuel Casado was on my show at Utopia, where they're doing sort of a full blockchain sort of set of products for kids that is safe and compliant. So I'd like to think that we'll be much further along with our industry as well.
I'm grabbing on to that last statement. Thank you for drilling down further. I grabbed on to kids. So on this show, I focus on the consciousness behind the new economy. And it's no longer new, right? I mean, it's evolving. But there's something to say about the lack of financial literacy, the lack of finances, and the vast nature of poverty out there. And so do you have any projects that you're working on with kids, with youth, any programs that you see in the future?
We've done some collaborations. There's an organization called K-12 Crypto. Shout out to Aman and his team, where we did a youth summit for 100 students from Los Angeles that we taught them all about the blockchain, got them onboarded. That was a special program that we did. And I think he's continuing to evolve things in that space. I'm looking at opportunities to incorporate more experiences for kids and high schoolers into our events over time. It always takes partnership. So if someone's listening and has ideas and sponsors, sponsorship is critical for it's an investment in the kids, and someone's got to make that choice and write those checks. So always open to those ideas. I am working on a social impact set of projects as an advisor, and they haven't sort of come out of stealth yet, so we'll have to talk about that on another future show.
I love it. Thank you so much for being here, and I really do enjoy that we are connected now, not just by passing in the hallways. I really do want to support you, and I'll make sure that message gets out there.
All right, it's a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for watching, everyone. Again, you know where I'm at. I'm around the world. I'm in the mix. I'm doing lots of things, so be sure to contact us, of course, subscribe, and also look after Josh on all of his new ventures. Again, thank you. Honored.
Cool. Yeah.
Thanks.